Okay, so let me ask you guys this question. What are the 7 skills in network marketing? What are those 7 skills that Eric Worre talked about that you must arm yourself with if you must thrive in network marketing? What are those 7 skills? What are those 7 skills? What is number 1? Let me catch people that have read GoPro. You've not read GoPro, better go and read it. Better go and catch that book. What is number 1? Number 1 cannot be invite. Prospecting, what is number 2? Inviting, what is number 3? What is number 3? Presentation, what is number 4? Follow up, what is number 5? What is number 5? Number 5 for my people. According to the book, what is number 5? What is number 6? Who is saying duplication? Which book are you reading? What is number 7? Promoting events, close down, getting a new distributor started right, and then finally promoting events. Now, please, closing, okay? Now, let me say this. You can be very good at those, but let me just advise you. You see, let me just mention the 3 things, the 3 core things you must be good at. For those of you that are new, don't bother your head with so much of the other details. Don't bother your head with too many of the other details. Let me just tell you the ones you must focus on. The key 4 you must focus on. The key 4 is not 3, key 4. Because I used to say 3, but this 4th one is a must. Is a must. This 4th one is a must. Number 1 is master the art of inviting. If your leader has not given you the book GoPro, go and get that book. We have the soft copy. Ask your leader, where is GoPro? They taught me at cell meeting today that I must read the book GoPro if I must succeed in this business. Why have you not given me the book? Is it that you don't want me to succeed? The number 1 is what? You must learn how to invite. You must learn how to invite. Number 1 is key. Number 2 is what? Of course, sorry, number 1 is prospect. You must learn how to prospect. You must learn how to prospect. If you don't know how to prospect, you can't have people that you're talking to about the business. The number 2 is where you must what? You must learn how to invite. You must learn how to invite. It's a must. Some of you know how to prospect people. Oh yeah, now say the right things to them to get them to see the opportunity. You cannot say it. Get the book GoPro. It handles that as well. Not just prospecting. It talks about inviting. Then number 3, you must not know how to present. We have fantastic presenters already. Yes, you may grow to become a presenter. You will grow to become a presenter. But it's not your headache at the beginning. Leverage on other presenters in the team. Do you understand? And invite for their sessions. So number 3 is what? Follow up after the presentation has already been done by another person. Your duty is to what? Is to follow up. Follow up on them. Amazing, right? After the person has seen the opportunity, within 1 hour of seeing the presentation, call them immediately. Because if you're not talking to them, someone else is talking to them. And if your voice is the first voice for them to hear, they will be excited to join the team. Call them. Amazing, right? Fantastic, right? Amazing. So what, did you pick the mastermind mentorship? Oh my goodness, why? What happened? No. Why? What's the problem? At this point, listen to their objection and connect them to your leader immediately. Let your leaders are on ground for follow-up. That is what they are on ground for. Your downlines, your uplines are on ground for follow-up. Don't be scared to call in any of your leaders and say, please, I have a prospect that just saw the opportunity. The person has 1 or 2 questions. Please, when will be convenient for you? And they'll be glad to answer that question for you. Put them on a 3-way call. Put them on a conference call. WhatsApp has even made things sweeter. You can use your phone to create your WhatsApp to do conference call. So the only thing it will kill for you is data, small data. WhatsApp doesn't take a lot of data. As soon as you're done following up, involve your leader with the follow-up. Most sign-ups happen after presentation. People think that if my prospect did not sign up immediately, that means this prospect will not register. No, that's not the business we're running. That's not the business. What I'm used to in this business is that after presentation, you carry your prospect and start talking to them. Is it because the leaders have made it easier? But network marketing, by its nature, is supposed to be that after presentation, the follow-up now starts. It's not that follow-up is done at presentation. No, follow-up starts. So don't remove that process. If the process was not important, why did they add follow-up? They would have just done presentation and then closing. So you must follow up. It's either you are doing the follow-up or you're doing it with your leader. And then finally, after the follow-up, you must learn the secret of handling your distributor. Someone enters your team. Remember that that person is very, very clueless. Ambassador Michael Okoli gave it a name. I mean, that's our mentor, Ambassador Michael Okoli, our president. Those of you that attended the retreat in Abuja, do you remember what Boss Mike called them? Do you remember what our president called them? Anybody that signs into your team, what did he call the person? What did he call the person? Those of you who attended the Abuja, amazing. He called them incubator babies. Incubator babies. That is why after your beginners class 1, they tell you to attend incubation graduation. Incubator babies. What do they know? They don't know their left from their right. They don't know that after presentation, they should follow up. They don't even know that after inviting someone, they should do a reminder. They don't even know how to do the reminder. If you don't tell them how to do a reminder, they'll still be the same people that call someone and say, I'm calling to confirm if you saw your your details of today's presentation. Please try and come, try and come. If you don't come, I don't know what I'll. If you don't teach them, that's what they will say. They'll go and say nonsense. Meanwhile, what we teach is that in follow-up process, all that you say is what? All that you say is, oh wow, you saw the SMS I sent to you, right? Oh, fantastic. Okay, no problem. For those of you that did big announcement, if it's business launch that you did, follow-up is simple. Just tell them, oh, remember, I'm counting on you, okay? You saw the SMS, right? Oh, nice. Remember, I'm counting on you, okay? Please be there. Be there early. I'd like to see you before the session starts. That's if the person is coming physically. Do you understand? Very, very simple. If it's recommendation and you are also doing follow-up, like your upline is also doing follow-up, you can just call the person. If you're doing follow-up, you're the one that send them SMS for recommendation. You can also follow up. All you're saying to them is, hey, let's say, hello, Jude, how are you doing? I'm fine. Jude, I just called to confirm. They've given you the SMS, right? The details for the session, right? Oh, awesome, no problem. They told me already. Ensure that I come there early, okay? Ensure that I come there early before their Zoom session is filled up. That's if it's for Zoom. If it's for physical presentation, oh, did they send you the address? Do you know your way there? Okay. You can tell them that if you don't want yourself to be there in the picture a lot, you can tell them, okay, I'll let the leader call you and then give you the directions. Do you understand? Keep it that simple. Keep it that simple. So imagine that the person doesn't know how to do all this. Incubator baby doesn't know a lot. He doesn't know a lot. Incubator baby, in fact, it may even be worse that incubator baby, that is their first network marketing. If it's their first network marketing, you have to be hands-on with them. Don't get angry with them for not knowing what they should not know. Don't get angry. Don't get frustrated. You've been in the business. You don't know so much yourself. What more incubator baby? So please, you must be dedicated to the growth of that incubator baby. Someone comes into your team, see them as a child. Even if the person is a professor of whatever, in the business, as they are joining you in the team, they are new. See the person as an incubator baby. Okay? So first of all, before I start talking about how to handle your new distributor, as soon as you register and someone registers under you, whether it was your leader that supported you with the person or you are the person that registered the person, you are already a leader to that person. But first of all, let me fast forward a bit. Let me talk about new distributors, things that they must do. Number one is this: take this business seriously as soon as you join. You're listening to me, you're under the sound of my voice, you're about 2 weeks in the business, you just joined our business, you just concluded your incubation graduation, and this is your first cell meeting. Please, I want you to indicate in the chat session. If this is your first cell meeting, just say my first, okay? This is your first cell meeting. You just concluded your incubation graduation. Your leader just invited you for your first cell meeting. You're joining us for the first time. This is your first 1 week or 2 weeks in the business. You're joining. Glory Brown, awesome, awesome. Do you have another incubator baby? Torima, awesome. Emma, Shola, Rose, fantastic. Mbella, Martha, Zoom user, your name, you didn't come in with your name. Amazing. Theodora Oduro, amazing. Welcome. Welcome to our cell meeting. Welcome. All of you that are coming in and this is your first time, you're welcome. This particular slide is for you. Take this business seriously. Take this business seriously. Get the right attitude, a very positive one. For those of you that are just joining, the worst attitude to put on is the whining attitude, the complaining attitude. Do you understand? Have the positive attitude. One thing I tell people is this: if you don't have the right attitude for our business, you will struggle. The business will not be working for you. You'll be attracting prospects that will be telling you no. You'll just be attracting frustration in the business. Have the right attitude. Believe that if it has worked for one person, it would also work for you. If it's working for other people, why will it not work for you? Get ready to learn and master the processes. Do not be a headache to your leaders. I posted something last week. I don't know how many of you would have seen it when I posted it. I said, you need to understand that to the person who is mentoring you in this business, you are a burden to them. You need to understand. You're a burden to them. That's what you are. Just like the same way Ronke Koshimani, my mentor in the business, I'm a burden to her. You need to understand, anything extra is a burden. Anything extra weight to you is a burden to you. We've not even finished carrying ourselves. As much as I love you, I want you to succeed. You are an extra weight to me. Do you understand? So how do you make that weight easier? By following the processes, by being ready to learn, by being coachable, by being trainable. I tell you to do this, you follow it without giving excuses. You must be ready to learn and master the processes. Prepare for necessary sacrifices. If you think that you come into this business and there's absolutely nothing to sacrifice, you have received your shocker today. Prepare for necessary sacrifices. You will sacrifice a lot. You will definitely sacrifice a lot, but it will be the best decision you've ever made. I sacrificed so much to be in this business, so much, but it's my best decision. There's something I started talking about during presentation, right? When you are in your 20s, there's some excuses you can give. I think I shared it before at one of the cell meetings. When you're in your 20s, if your dad says, let's say your name is John. Hey, John, how you doing? How far? John, we need money in the house. So, John, can you send us like 50,000? And you tell your daddy, no, hi, daddy, I don't have. Oh, daddy, 50K is too much. Oh, hi, daddy, I don't have that now. Things are tight right now. Anybody hearing it may say, John is still young. John is still in his 20s. He's coming up. He's coming up. They'll make excuses for you. But as soon as you clock 30, it's a different ballgame. It becomes a big shame when you are asked of some certain amounts of money and you cannot afford it. They start looking at you like something is wrong with you. Do you understand? There's some excuses you can no longer give. 20s are the time for you to put some things in check to prepare for your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, or whatever it is. Your 20s are very important. Some of our parents started making it when they were in their teens. So don't enter 20 and start feeling like you're still young. Not in this new economy. Prepare for necessary sacrifices. It will be worth it. Commit to the success of you and your team. Commit to the success of you and your team. If your team is not growing, then challenge yourself. What is the problem? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing right? What is the problem? Is there something I'm not saying to my team? Is there something I'm not doing for my team? What is the problem? And the moment you start antagonizing your team for whatever reason, you are a very wicked and selfish leader. Don't deserve this business. You either change your ways or leave the team. The moment you start antagonizing, you're fighting with your team, your leaders. I'm not saying you can't correct your leaders. Oh, you're doing this, correct the person. Oh, you're doing that, correct the person. You cannot grow. There will be a cap to your income. You will not be making money. You can't be fighting your team. Your team is your army. Your team they are your stakeholders. Don't use your own hand and kill your business. The moment you start antagonizing your leaders, you start fighting, you see something that will make it easier for your leader, you don't jump on it immediately to help make it easier. You're the type of person that you make things difficult for your team, make things difficult, no matter the reason. You're a very wicked and selfish leader. Change your ways or kill your business. Decide which one you will do. The next one, develop a just do it, no excuses, never quit mentality. You have started this business. You can determine where it will go. Don't allow this business die in your own hands. Your upline has already handed the mantle, the mantle to you to succeed. Don't let that mantle drop in your hands. Okay? So welcome once again, those of you who are new in the business. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. We cannot wait to help you, succeed, achieve the highest level of success in our business. You're welcome once again, okay? So who is a new distributor? Even as I'm doing this training, don't say, okay, so she's talking about those people that already have downlines. No. The best thing to do is, before you even start having downlines, grow as a leader. Who is a distributor? A distributor is like an engine that needs to be kickstarted. That's a distributor, a new distributor. Someone who just joined your team is on like, the engine has just not started. The person is just waiting to be kickstarted. Someone that transferred his money to the company's account. Some of you, as you're listening to me, you can resonate with this. Someone that transferred his money to the company's account to know whether the business will work, but the person is not ready to make the business work. Some of you are going to receive your shockers today. Someone that has transferred, the person has made his transfer to the company's account. They want the business to work, but they are not ready to work the business. That is a new distributor. That is their first mentality until they come for sell meetings, they come for training, until we work on that mindset. But that is their first mentality. If your teammates are not in this meeting, your downlines are not in this meeting, or your OYO is your case, check on your leaders. Are they in this meeting? Are they in the office? Call them now, because this training would drive a lot, would help a lot of people gain that success they've been looking for. A new distributor is someone that is always agitated with no result, always expecting to see result. They're always logging into their DTC. 1 month after joining their business, they're asking, how far? I've not made money. They have lottery mentality. They're expecting someone under their team without any activity. They are so excited to make money in the business, but they are not ready to make the sacrifices. They are not ready to put in the work. It's the same them that want to become millionaires, and it's the same them that don't want to put in the work. They want to start making $1 million monthly. They want to start making they want to start hitting over 500K monthly, but they don't want to come for sell meeting. They don't want to come for team training. They don't want to come for different things. They don't want to come. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to attend the pista guide. Someone in survival stage, that is a new distributor. In the survival stage, there's no security. They don't have any success. They've not attained any level of significance. They are still at that stage where anything breeze can just blow them. They're out of the business. Any small thing, they're out of the business. That is a new distributor. Someone that is open-minded to listen and follow any steps given to them. There are different stages in our business. We have the survival stage. We have the security stage. We have the success stage. And we have the stage of significance. I want you people to tell me what stage you think you belong to. But let me explain the stages first before you decide, okay? In the survival stage, this is someone who are just registered in the business, no result whatsoever. They are still trying to undergo the trainings. They're still giving excuses here and there. That's just a new distributor, someone who has not gained, they want the business to work, but they're not ready to work the business. Security stage is someone who has seen some level of success in the business. Now they believe, okay, maybe they've even encashed some money. Oh, this business works, so wow, I registered someone and I made 100K. I registered someone with 15 accounts. I made 100K. Wow. They've linked your account. You've encashed the money. Wow. Okay, the business works. So now you're excited to talk more about the business. That is security stage. We have the success stage. The success stage is someone who has raised other, they've started making some money. Their teammates are making some money. Their teammates may not be making so much money, but then they're making some good money. They are already deep rooted in the business. They're excited already, have a good level of success in the business. And then we have the stage of significance. These are people that it's no longer about them. They've raised leaders across boards, people who are making over $1 million monthly, $2 million monthly, 500K monthly. They already have people who are making a lot of money in the business. They've entered their stage of significance. They've raised they are so vision-minded, no longer money-minded. They believe in the business so much. They are so vision-minded. Their goal is to raise millionaires in their team. In fact, whenever they are calling millionaires, their goal is to have more millionaires than any other person. That is the stage of significance. I want to ask you, what stage do you think you are at right now? Someone says survival stage. Okay. Chinelu said security stage. You've gotten some results, okay? Other people, I want to hear what stage. Narise said security stage, okay? Hannah said success stage, okay? Lanti said survival, success stage. Emma, survival. Someone said survival, new. Anyway, that's why you're in this business. That's why you're in this training, okay? A new distributor is someone that can easily assume and decide not to follow your guidance and directions due to your irrational behavior. Most likely, it's a new distributor that will behave like this. Most people who are not distributors, even when you're treating them somehow, they are rock solid. They are still building their business. They've passed, they are now probably in the security stage or in the success stage. A new distributor is someone who has not seen the vision clearly in order to increase his speed. He does not see, why should I be coming for sell meeting? Why should I? Why should I be coming for sell meeting? Why should I even come for sell meeting? And then my leader is talking, next thing, network kicks them out. Why should I wait? Any distributor does not have patience for nonsense. Any distributor does not understand why are we coming for sell meeting every day? Why? Where is it? There's retreat. I have to pay to attend retreat. Why? Any distributor does not understand it. They've not seen the vision. They've not seen the vision. That's why instead of always telling your leaders what to do, your teammates what to do, tell them why they should do what they need to do. Focus on the why, the reasons for doing it. Why should they come for retreat? Don't just tell them, come for retreat. You're not coming for retreat. In fact, don't just block me. Never call me again. No. And an incubator baby needs extra, sell the vision to them. They've not bought the vision yet, I mean. Someone has not seen the vision clearly in order to increase his speed. So he's not excited. You're telling an incubator baby, come and start booking people for invitation, for presentation. And incubator baby doesn't understand that. A new distributor doesn't understand that. He doesn't know why he should do more. A new distributor in Nigeria is someone that believes that network marketing does not work perfectly in Nigeria. They don't believe it works perfectly in Nigeria. They don't. Now, there are a few points to note. Only 2% of new distributors can kickstart themselves and start running successfully without proper guidance. So if you want only 2% success rate in your business, then don't be ready to build your people. Don't be ready to guide them. Anytime your leader is guiding you, be paying attention to the things they are saying to you. Be paying attention to the books they are reading. So that, because when people start joining your team, you'll be doing the same thing to your teammates. Only 1/4 of that 2% might survive, while the remaining will not survive on this journey of financial freedom. A lot of them will not survive if you don't guide them. Even the 2% that will make it, that'll start running their business, a lot of them will not survive. The reason is because you either learn from your mistakes or from your mentors. If you're not there to mentor them, they will learn from their mistakes, and sometimes their mistakes may be too costly for them to survive it. There's some mistakes that your teammates should not make. There's some mistakes they should not make. That is why it is your duty to ensure that every day you're checking in on them, you're checking in on their activities. Most of us are still in this business because our first 35 names we submitted got some sign up. most new distributors, after they drop their first 50 name list, if there's no sign up, they won't continue with this business. They will not continue. That is why as soon as they are dropping their names, you are also selling them on the vision. You are also selling the vision to them, because it's only seeing the vision that will keep them in the business if they don't get signed up immediately. If you do not devote time to start your new distributor, you will spend more time trying to reawaken them and fixing your damage. That time you are running from, you will now spend it begging them, please now come for sale meeting. And that time they're no longer interested. But even as I'm saying it now, some of you might be saying, hey, now, my upline, don't mind my upline is when I leave this business. You think it's your upline you're doing. If you leave the business, your upline may still realize that mistake and still succeed in the business, still become a multi-millionaire. You will continue with that job and keep struggling. So don't come and think, I'm not saying that the upline should not play their part, but I'm saying that even if your upline is not playing their part and you're in this sale meeting and you're listening to me, you are very lucky. It may be God that brought you to this sale meeting today. Even if your leader is not doing right by you, ensure that you learn from their mistakes and do right by your teammates. Some people here are not lucky with some of their leaders. Some people here, their leaders are so blind, they have eyes, but they don't see. They don't know that there's some little things they should put together in their team that will give them the success that they are begging for. They are working so hard for success. They are working hard, presenting every day, straining their voice, present. They are doing so much work. They should have been getting results, but they are thwarting the success in their team. They're using their own hand to kill their business. People are registering. Instead of registering those people, they are eating the code. They are working so hard, but making so little. It is still the same you that will start calling them, trying to revive them, trying to reawaken them. Is it not madness? Is it not stupidity? If you get something the first time, if you get it right the first time, you don't need to do it twice. That's my mentality. That's why I try my best to get something, do something right the first time, so that I don't do it 2 times. If you don't get it right with that distributor, it's either you spend your time begging them, trying to fix that damage, instead of you to spend that time, devote that time so that they get it right the first time. So what are the steps to start up a new distributor right? Number 1 is, as soon as they register, call them immediately, congratulate them. Let them know that they have made the right choice. Welcome them to the family. Let them know that you are so proud of them for seeing the vision, for seeing it. Let them know you're going to work with them. For those of you that have joined Beginners Class 1, there's a book there, Welcome Pack. Go to that Welcome Pack. There's a place for IPO. It's that IPO that you use to validate your distributor. Call them immediately they register. Don't wait. Don't say, let me wait for the next day. It is in waiting for the next day that some of you have called those people and they are no longer picking their call. It is in waiting for the next day that you now call them. They are now telling you, please, I want my money back, because you waited when you should have called. That time you wasted cost you so much money. Set the expectation. Clarify the do's and don'ts. Add them to the group immediately. Invite them for the quick starter guide. That is the next thing. Tell them that you will work with them to succeed, but that your goal is to make them independent from you within the next 3 months. Let them know so that they can be following what you're doing. Set their expectations right. Let them know that you will work with them, but not for them. Is someone learning something today? King Imran, or like, I hope I'm pronouncing it well, said, like, for me, I started this business without proper guidance, but now I'm learning and growing. Awesome. And you are happy. Amazing. Hope we're learning something today. Then, of course, show time. Make them see the vision. If your downlines must see this vision, it is dependent on you. What you can do is leverage on your leaders, the system, the things your leaders have set in place. Even if there are some things you're still struggling with, you don't really know how to help people see the vision of the business. Leverage on your leader. From time to time, gather your people in a Zoom meeting, tell your leader to come and speak to them. I did that so much at the beginning. I remember those days, I'll tell Jerry to do something, Jerry will not listen to me. I'll tell Gloria to do something, they will not listen to me. At the very beginning, because I had not seen the vision. What I was doing for them then was I'll invite them for a small meeting at our office and beg some of the leaders to come and speak to them. I've begged different leaders come and talk to them. And little by little, they started catching the vision of the business. They started doing the same thing for their team. Get them started. Give them a simple assignment. Let them write down their 50-name contact list. Give them a book to read. You guys know the first book to read. The first book is your first aid network marketing. If you've been given that book, leaders, please, I beg of you, ensure that your downlines start reading the full book. The first assignment is that they read the first 2 chapters, Abby. The first chapter, the introduction and the first chapter. Please, we are declaring this remaining part of the month your first year in network marketing month. And what we're going to do from next cell meeting is that we'll start reviewing it. From next cell meetings, we'll start reviewing the book chapter by chapter. That's what we're going to do. In fact, cell meeting from of course, tomorrow's cell meeting is leaders that are handling their cell meeting. So from Wednesday, we're going to start reviewing your first year network marketing. We're going to start reviewing it chapter by chapter. That's what we're going to start doing. Chapter by chapter, that's what we're going to do. So cell leaders, cell meeting leaders, hope you're paying attention. That's what we're going to do, okay? Do not give them so much activities to do. You don't do that to an incubator baby. Otherwise, you scare them. You cannot come and tell them, read all this book in 1 week. You must finish this book. In 1 week, drop 100 names. In 1 week, you must do business launch. In 1 week, incubator baby. Small. Let them, they can even repeat quick starter guide. If there's some questions you ask them and they don't get it, let them repeat the quick starter guide. Let them come for trainings. Ensure that they engage. Put them on a 30 days game plan. Tell them that your goal is to become a Kingsman. Small assignment, Kingsman is enough. If you see that the person is so driven, you can say, okay, challenge 36, become a connector. In the next 30 days, my goal with you is to become a connector. If you see that the person is so excited and so driven. Let me share with you some of the errors some of us make when we're trying to start up our new distributor. If you want to ensure duplication, please, I beg of you, do not start teaching a new distributor 6 steps to earn, He will learn it as the journey continues. Don't confuse your incubator baby. Don't go and say, I must teach them step. I must teach them UPP. I must teach them how to make money in the 7 ways. No, it is not a must. Let them just concentrate the first 2 ways. Their first 1 month, the first 2 ways. The remaining, by second month, third month, they can now learn the remaining ways of earning money. Because the moment you put so much information in their head, they're trying to achieve so much and they'll quit the business. Once somebody registers in your team, your first step is becoming a Kingsman. That's your duty for them. Let this person become a Kingsman. That's what you want. I want this person to become a Kingsman. Give a new distributor difficult assignment. Giving a new distributor difficult assignment to take. I've explained this earlier already. That is wrong. You tell them, you see this month, you will read your first year network marketing. You will read GoPro. You will read incubator baby. Take it easy. A book at a time. In fact, a chapter at a time. You can say this week you read from chapter this to chapter this. Small, and review it with them. If somebody just registers in the business and telling the person, oh my God, you will face difficulties. You will invite 100 people and 100 people will tell you no. You will invite 1,000 and maybe only 2 register. Is that what you're telling an incubator baby? Someone just registered in your team. You're telling them they will invite 1,000, only 2 register. Haba. And you want the person to continue your team. How? And remember that the fact that the business was difficult for you does not mean it will be difficult for your incubator baby. Because your incubator baby may have some open-minded people in their network. Like I told you people, my first 1 week, I already made a lot of money. Some money, of course, not a lot of money, but I already started making money. That made it possible for me to start paying back the money I borrowed from my second week. So the fact that it's difficult for you doesn't mean it will be difficult for your incubator baby. So start telling the person, oh, you will face it. You will face this challenge. Don't put so much fear in your incubator baby. Telling a new distributor the challenges your company is facing, that is wrong. Don't make the mistake of giving your new rep is represent, what is rep again? Rep is just like distributor, okay? Giving them information overload when they first get started, that is wrong, totally wrong. They only need to know a few simple things, small steps That is all you owe your incubator baby. That is all you owe your incubator baby. Rep means representative, yes. That's all you owe your incubator baby. Don't scare your incubator baby. Don't say, because I want this person to become a leader. I have seen it in you. You have seen it in you. Let me give you this book. You give this person another book. You give this person. The incubator baby will just leave you. Okay? So we have our standard method of operation. What is SMO? Standard method of operation. You must monitor your team, beginners class 1 through week 4. Monitor them. The SMO checklist is designed to boost your success, the success of full-timers and part-timers. It will help increase your result by 200%, especially if you're a full-timer. Please, like I said earlier, we're declaring the remaining part of this month your first year in network marketing month. From Wednesday, we start tackling it chapter by chapter. I'll check how many chapters we have, and I'll see how I'll divide it before the end of this month. We'll review it. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so in your beginners class 1, this was shared during incubation graduation, but let me go through it again, just in case you attended incubation graduation and the network was bad. So let me go through it again. Call your new distributor. Of course, your leader will call you, congratulate you, validate your decision, do your IPO once you register. The second thing that must happen is that your leader saves your phone number, introduces you to your first in network marketing, puts you in the WhatsApp group, gets you to attend the quick starter guide. If you've done this, of course, everybody here must have done this. So ensure that your downlines do the same thing. Get a notebook, write down all your 50-name contact list, okay? Start your first training on how to invite, read the welcome pack. All of this happens in your first year, in your first week. Okay, if you've joined the first week and you're in that beginners classes, please, if your teammate joins that group, as soon as they do their assignments, remove them from that group, add them to beginners class 2. If your downlines feel stuck, if there's any moment of feeling stuck for an incubator baby, they are already considering quitting. When people enter survival stage, they are more likely to start thinking like this: hey, I'm feeling stuck. What do I need to do to get out of this? What book do I need to read? Let me call my mentor. Let me call my upline. That is what people who have passed the survival stage are thinking. But when an incubator baby is feeling stuck, what the incubator baby is thinking: I'm feeling stuck. Maybe this business is not for me. I made the wrong decision. I should not have paid 48,000, what's our registration again? 49,990. I should not have paid that. I should not have done. Are you sure I should have registered? That is what an incubator baby is thinking. All right. And then, of course, after that, they must do their graduation. As soon as they do their graduation, add them to the next group. Congratulate them. At this point, they have started attending their cell meeting. They drop another name list, 100 name list. They attend their first training on how to find prospect. All of these things, we've put them on WhatsApp. Attend the training, Live Your Dream by Randy Gage. They watch it. Please, if you're here, let me beg you. For your own good, it's not me you're doing it for. Because if you quit the business, you still come back, or later. That's if you don't even come back. You still hear the ambassador is still succeeding. So anything I'm saying is for your own good, okay? If you skipped any of the videos for whatever reason, there's a reason why you skipped the video. Please, I beg of you, go back to those videos and watch them. You see this Live Your Dream especially. I'm not saying you should go back just to live your dream, but if you skipped Live Your Dream, you're not doing yourself well. Then, of course, once you're added to beginners class 3, you attend your third training, how to follow up. All these things are steps. By this point, you would have had a couple of people who have joined your business presentation. Your job is now to learn how to follow up on them. And then, of course, attend your fourth training on mastering objection. Because as you're following up on people, there are some questions they will ask you. I don't have money. What do you say to them when they don't have money? Some of you, because you're still stuck at beginners class 2, you're already, a lot of people are, and the more time you spend on every group, the lower your chances of succeeding. Because by now, some of you that have started seeing people, that have started showing people the opportunity, by now you should have learned how to handle objections. There's some things your downlines will say, or your prospect will say to you. If you have not attended this training, it will be difficult for you. And then you must watch these 2 sets of videos: Safe is the New Risky and Rise of the Entrepreneur. Take your time to watch them. Take your time to watch them. All right. And then the final group you must be at, get your online platform. If you've not gotten this platform, to share eligibility link with your prospect. If you can tell your leader to create one for you. Attend your 5th training on how to start a distributor right. Go pro by Eric Worre. Read the remaining chapters. Upgrade your account to a minimum of 3. Sign up at least 4 people, and your graduation to become a Kingsman. At this point, you are already added to the main group. I hope we got value today. Someone